Picture this. You're standing in the grocery store, staring at two cartons of eggs sitting right next to each other. One is white, one is brown. You are probably wondering what is actually the difference. The brown ones usually cost more, sometimes 10, even 20% more. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you probably assume the brown ones must be better, more natural, has more protein, maybe even healthier. But what if I tell you that you have been wrong this entire time? Today, we're settling this once and for all. The secret lies behind genetics, biology, farm economics, and a little marketing psychology. Because the real story behind brown and white eggs is far more interesting than most people realize. Let's crack open the real difference between brown eggs and white eggs, and why do the brown ones cost more? Let's start at the source. Why are some eggs brown and some eggs white in the first place? The answer has nothing to do with how the chickens are raised or what they eat. It comes down to one thing: genetics. Specifically, the breed of the chicken. Here's a trick that farmers have known for generations. If a chicken has white feathers and white earlobes, it will almost always lay white eggs. The white leghorn is the most famous example, and it's the backbone of the commercial egg industry worldwide. Chickens with red or brown feathers and red earlobes, like the Rhode Island Red, lay brown eggs. And it doesn't stop there. Some breeds, like the Araucana and Americana, lay eggs that are pale blue or even green. Here's where things get genuinely fascinating. Forming an egg takes a hen about 24 to 26 hours. For most of that time, roughly the first 20 hours, the shell is built using calcium carbonate. And at that stage, every single egg is white. Brown chickens, white chickens, it doesn't matter. The shell starts white every time. It's only in the final couple of hours that brown egg-laying hens apply what you might call a natural paint job. The hen's body produces a pigment called protoporphyrin IX, derived from hemoglobin in the blood, and deposits it onto the surface of the shell just before it's laid. Here's a simple experiment. Next time you crack open a brown egg, look at the inside of the shell. It's completely white in there. The brown color is purely a surface coating, a biological spray tan applied at the very last moment. White all the way through, brown only on the outside. That's the whole story. So why do the brown eggs cost more? This is the big question. If the difference is just a surface pigment, why are we paying significantly more for brown eggs? It's not about nutrition or quality. It comes down to simple farm economics. The breeds that lay brown eggs are larger, heavier birds like the Rhode Island Red, and they eat considerably more food than smaller white egg-laying hens like the white leghorn. More food means higher costs for the farmer, and those costs travel straight to your grocery bill. You're not paying for a better egg. You're paying for a bigger, hungrier chicken. There's also a layer of marketing psychology at play. Brown has quietly become a visual shorthand for wholesome and natural. Think whole wheat bread, brown rice, raw sugar. We've been conditioned to associate earthy tones with health, and egg producers know it. But that perception, however powerful it feels, simply isn't backed by nutritional science. Scientists have tested this extensively, and the conclusion is consistent. There is no meaningful nutritional difference between brown and white eggs when hens eat the same diet. A large egg of either color contains roughly 70 calories, about 6 grams of protein, and a solid supply of vitamin D, B12, choline, and selenium. Shell color changes none of that. What does change the nutrition is how the hen is raised and what she eats. Eggs from hens that roam in sunlight can contain up to 3 or 4 times more vitamin D than conventionally raised hens. Omega-3 enriched feed produces eggs with significantly higher omega-3 levels. And crucially, these benefits apply equally to brown and white eggs depending on farming practice, not shell color. As for taste, blind taste tests consistently show people cannot reliably tell the difference when the shell is hidden. What makes an egg taste richer is freshness and a varied diet, not shell color. And that gorgeous deep golden yolk? Also unrelated to shell color. It reflects the hen's feed. Marigold petals, leafy greens, and yellow-orange pigmented grains produce vibrant yolks. Shell and yolk are two completely separate stories. So the next time you're in that egg aisle, shop with real confidence. Shell color tells you about the breed of the chicken, nothing more. If you want a genuinely better egg, look at the label. Pasture-raised, free-range, or omega-3 enriched. Those are the details that actually reflect how the chicken lived and what she ate. The brown versus white egg debate has been one of grocery shopping's most stubborn myths. Now you know the truth. It's genetics on the outside and economics at the checkout counter. Everything else is just a very convincing paint job. Thanks for watching. If this changed how you think about your morning eggs, hit that like button and share it with someone who still swears by the brown ones. Subscribe and stay with us on Stories Behind Simple Things. We'll see you in the next one.